My name is Mary Ellen, and I work at IBM in New York. And my role is currently as a designer and developer of IBM support employee enablement. But one of the other hats I wear, as my colleagues like to say, is working with content for technical support and using Acrolinx to enable and improve and enhance that content. The biggest challenge that I face in technical support is that our authors are not professional writers, and they don't want to be professional writers. And so but we still want them to write because they have the knowledge. And the output, really, the product of technical support is our knowledge, our collective knowledge, and we want them to share that. And it can't just be in chats around the water cooler. We want them to share it with clients, but not just when clients contact IBM for support. We have to give it to them even before they realize they need it. It has to be available to them mostly on the web. And the challenge was how to encourage our support agents to write confidently and consistently, and that's where Acrolinx comes into play. It's very easy to use. They can have the sidebar open as they're writing or run it at the end of writing to give them just the right information they need to make the content consistent across everything that they do. And then also in employee enablement, the challenge was to have a series of training videos that sounded like they came from one person, even though we have a team of people creating them. And the developer said, well, how are you going to do that? Well, it's Acrolinx. And by starting with video scripts and running each script through Acrolinx, they sound like it's coming from the same person, even though there's different voices behind each script. Even as someone who is a professional writer and well versed in the company style and grammar and such, even I don't know everything, and terminology is living and growing. And I appreciate when Acrolinx will flag something that I had no idea was an issue, and I can just go in and very quickly address that issue before it goes out to our clients. I love the product because it's so customizable. So I've created a set of guidance specific for client support. And our technical product documentation teams have their own set of guidance. Marketing has different sets of guidance, whether it's formal communication or conversational. So we can have very specific guidance depending on our audience and the type of communication that we're developing. I can also create my own set of terminology. So we have corporate terminology, but in support, I can put in commands. So when our agents are writing instructions for how do you resolve an issue, they can put specific product commands in there. And then this way Acrolinx knows them and doesn't flag them as errors. It says, oh, of course, this is the right terminology. It can check spelling errors, or especially if something must be capitalized or must not be capitalized, Acrolinx catches all of that. And it's really quite easy for me to harvest terms and update the terminology.